What is up, guys? Welcome back. It's time to service this beautiful little Gaggia Classic Pro. We're lucky enough to have one of the 30th anniversary machines, and I'm going to show you guys exactly how to do a service on this machine and one little upgrade you should definitely do along the way. So like I said, we're lucky enough to have the 30th anniversary edition of this machine here. This is number 685 of 3000, which seems like a decent amount of machines, but not when it's such a popular machine all around the world. Half the houses in Italy will have one of these. They are insanely popular, great little machines. I have serviced a 30-year-old Gaggia Classic. I popped a new seal in it, gave it a descale, and the coffee came out absolute perfection. Great little machines. If you're in the market for one, buy one of these. They're incredible. So if you've been in the coffee game for a while, you'll probably know that there are endless amounts of upgrades you can do for this machine. You can do your PID controllers and all your nerdy things that we love. All we're doing today is popping a new group head seal in, and of course an IMS shower screen, because I've done heaps of videos on shower screens. Well worth the money. It's the best 30, 40, 50 bucks you can ever spend. So I have worked on this machine previously. When I say worked on, I mean we've put a bottomless portafilter with a Pullman basket, which is a no-brainer. And then we've also added the Luminaire automatic shot timer, which is a great little function that any machine should have. Now, the only other thing I have done to this machine is a bit of a strange one. When these machines come to Australia, whoever the Australian supplier is will supply Australian power cables to the machine, which means it's not always exactly the same one, and we're okay with that. Now, the cable that came with this went into the machine and went up, which is just strange. So I've actually pulled the machine apart and actually flipped the power switch plug hole so that the cable would go down, look a little bit nicer, give you a little bit more cable length as well. So that's enough of me talking. I'm going to get stuck into this machine, give it a nice little service, and then I'll make a coffee on these things and show you just how good they are. Portafilter out. Drip tray gone. Pop out your little exhaust. Now this is a great little feature that this machine has. We're going to talk about that a little bit later. You can pull out the water tank if you like. It's always good to inspect inside, give it a good clean while we're here. Now, using a number 2 Phillips head, we will need to remove this screw here. If it's been in there for a while, you may need to turn the machine upside down to get enough force. I've already done that to save me from embarrassing myself on camera, because they're always pretty tight and, well, they don't like to come out. Then take out these 2 little Allen keys here. So this is removing the little pre-shower. Then grab that seal and rip it out. So now we want to clean all these surfaces, make sure there's no seal left inside there, and then we're ready to start putting parts back on. So everything that needs to go back into the machine is also clean. Realistically, that's the only part going back in, and of course the bolts, because the old shower screen is going in the bin and we're popping in the IMS, because you guys all know that that's a good upgrade. You shouldn't have to do that to your seal. I just accidentally slipped and kind of broke it, and that's the new guy going in. Now, the new seal going into this machine is not a genuine one, but that's perfectly fine. There is a curved edge and a flat edge. Always have the flat edge on this machine downwards, so that's where the portafilter's touching. Easy way is to have a look, and if there's writing on there, there is no way that that's going to be the sealing edge, so obviously that goes up. Pop a little bit of food grade lubricant onto the seal. It's going to help you pop it into the location properly without any pinching potentials. Pop that up inside and it should be able to locate nice and easy on this machine. That's where it goes. Now you can do the same with the lubricant onto the dispersion screen, or whatever they call this thing, I don't know. This is one of the biggest upgrades they've done recently, so this is stainless steel rather than alloy. I know there's been a few other materials used in the past, but so far the stainless steel, in my opinion, is the best. It holds the heat the best and, well, makes the best coffee. And grab your upgraded shower screen. Don't put the standard one back in, just buy one of these. They're so cheap, you would be crazy not to do it. And the difference it makes in coffee quality is well worth the money. Now fellas, I know this might upset you, but we need to go and do some dishes. Now of course, this should be something that's done occasionally anyway, but while the machine's apart, I'm going to do that for the customer, and the machine, well, should be consistently descaled and cleaned anyway. So if you own one of these machines, I'm sure you're familiar with how to put it back together. Both of those tubes inside the water tank. Pop your drip tray in, pop in your little exhaust. Now, the exhaust is something I do want to talk about because a machine with a three-way valve, essentially, it allows the machine to drop the excess pressure after you pull your shot into the drip tray. Very smart, and it is actually a good little piece of tech. So now that the main components of the service are completed, pop your portafilter in, turn the machine on. Don't forget the water. Once the red light turns on, the machine is ready, but it's not actually. Let's run some water through it. Now we want to do that a couple of times, just run everything through. We want to heat everything up. Make sure the portafilter is nice and hot. That's still cold, I can still touch it. We want that as hot as the machine itself. Now we aren't going to drink this coffee, so don't stress too much about dialing in. We just need to pull a shot, start to season the machine. Now we see a lot of people spending a lot of money on machines to modify them, but you don't have to do that sometimes. There are some little hacks, and this machine has one of them. Due to it being a single boiler machine, you can do the greatest little thing on this, which is called the poor man's pre-infusion, and all you need to have is fingers. So to run this poor man's pre-infusion, all you need to do is have a milk jug ready, open the steam wand, pull a shot, and then close the steam wand. So now I'm going to pull an espresso shot and show you just how it extracts. So we're opening the steam. Just for a few seconds. So you get a nice little bit of pre-infusion before it starts to extract. It's as easy as that. So we've got a near perfect 2-to-1 ratio of 22 grams in and 44 out in 30 seconds. So that's the poor man's pre-infusion on the Gaggia Classic Pro. Try it on your machine and see what it does. That's it for now. Please consider hitting the subscribe button if you enjoyed this video. Have yourselves a great day and happy brewing.